Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? How are you? How am I? How are my fish? They look pretty good. They are. One of them's like watching the TV. He wants to see some Tinkercad action. So you know what, guys? Let's jump right in. Oh, yeah. Quick explanation and announcement. If you saw the last video about the hinges, I made an announcement at the beginning of that one about a dice tower I was working on. Guys, I'm abandoning that whole design and starting over. Okay? um, I said that I was having trouble with the printers clogging because of this roll of silk filament. Um, so I went with some normal PLA filament, and it was working just fine. It wasn't clogging or nothing, but it got to a point of the model that was like a flaw basically in my design. It wouldn't have printed good anyway. It was like starting to fail again. So, you know what? We're not wasting any more time on that. We're going to start over. And I learned my lesson. Let's build a dice tower that actually is printable. Okay, here, we got a cylinder. Let's slide this bar up to make it smoother. Boop. You know what? Real quick, we need to know how big a die is. Average die. If any of you are wondering what a dice tower is, it's if you're not a board gamer, it's basically like a dice roller. You just throw the dice in the top, and they either go down like a staircase or ramps or something, and it rolls them, and then they pop out the bottom. So you can't do any fancy, crazy trickery if you're trying to roll an exact number. Okay, a standard die is 16 by 16. That's what Google told me. Let's just do that. Obviously, there's bigger ones. We'll try to make it so let's slide the radius up a little bit so it's rounded a little. There's obviously bigger ones. What color do we want it? There. Some that probably have a lot of sides are a little bigger, so we'll try to make it so a little bit bigger ones can fit also. But there is our little die to make sure things fit where they're supposed to. For one thing, we can only go to about we got to stay under 220 because I'm just using a standard small printer. Let's just go to 200 for now. Okay, so guys, this is our tower. We should hollow it out, which we could do super simple. Let's just duplicate it. I like to stretch up the duplicate like this. Turn it to a hole. Because then when you shrink it down, so I'm going to hold Shift and Alt and shrink it down a little bit. Then that top doesn't go, it doesn't go underneath like this. That's why I stretch it up a little first. Okay, how thick? You know what? One of the problems was I had kind of thin sides, and I added a crazy pattern of like cutouts on the whole outside. So it made it kind of weak. So I'm going to keep this kind of thick. We're not going to do the same thing I tried to do but I do want to, I'm going to group them. I do want to do something kind of similar on the inside because I never got to test out how it worked. Guys, this is not all the way through the bottom. Oh, maybe I don't need it all the way through the bottom. Oh, well, let's just do it. Okay, we got our tube. So I want to try the internal structure that I did last time because I never got to even test it. And I think it's like a little bit of a new idea. Almost all dice towers that I saw on Google were more like, they were almost all like spiral staircases. So it rolls downstairs, which we could do, but I wanted to do something just different. You basically just want the dice to get like jumbled up. I think it'll be cool if it's kind of noisy. I was picturing, well, let me just show you. So I was picturing like internal kind of peggy structures that the dice will hit and bounce off of. Let me just make one here quick. So let's hit D to drop this. Let's see, what should I do? Oh, okay. Okay. I got this shape going on, so I'm gonna cut this out here. So I'm gonna union group so it cuts all this off. So I have this angle here. Wow, good explanation. Okay, watch this quick. Oh, you know what? I think I have to do one more cut quick. It's hard to explain. It'll just be easier if I show you what my idea is here. Because I didn't get to test it. I was pictured like how, you know, everybody's favorite game, Plinko on The Price is Right, where that peg comes down, or the disc come down and hits all them pegs and bounces around. I was kind of just had that concept in my head for the dice. So when you throw them in there, they're going to hit these basically like triangular posts. So here, let's duplicate this. Mirror. Flip it around. Let's attach these together here. Okay, so we have this shape here. And I could actually group these together. Why does it keep selecting this? Okay, let's just group these. Oh, we should be working with a better color. Isn't it funny? It always takes me like 10 minutes to figure that out, that I don't like the working with the color that they start us with. Okay, so now we're just going to duplicate this and spin the duplicate like this. There we go. So I was like stacking these. They might have to be smaller, probably. We can kind of fit them in. Here, let's kind of fit one in before we start duplicating. So see, inside of it, I was going to have these. They're sticking out a little. Well, let's align it here. Actually, we could do that after. Okay, so let's duplicate these, and I'll show you what's up here. Okay, duplicate. Let's raise it up, and then we're going to spin this one a little bit. So when they fall off of one, let's see, is this how we want it? Yeah. So see, when the dice fall, they'll hit like one edge here, and they'll have to fall off one side or the other, and that will land them on the one below it. So we just have to make sure that the dice will not get stuck. You know what I'm saying? When it's falling between. Okay, duplicate. Then go up. Okay, rotate. Okay, make sure we have enough, the gap that we like. I mean, that's a lot of gap. I think that's good. Can we fit 4 of them? At least 3. So now we can keep hitting duplicate, and it'll continue our pattern. Okay, this might be, I think we're only going to do 3 of them, because we got to have a bottom ramp and stuff. Here, let's put our die over here. Okay, let's put these inside. Because, see, these are going to be up a bit, because the bottom part's got to be like a exit ramp, you know? I think this is just a kind of a different idea for a dice tower, you know. Everybody's making spiral staircases, so we'll just make our own deal. And I never got to test if it works. This is pretty thick on the sides now. Hey, they're not even barely sticking out. And we're probably going to add decoration. So let's add a ramp. We might as well just finish the bottom. Let's add a ramp in the bottom. What do we think? We think that that's fantastic, right? Then if it doesn't work, I'll be like, guys, you said it was fantastic. So, you know, probably your fault. Okay, group. Okay, we got ramp. That's fine that it has an edge here. That's good. Now, let's align it in here. It's not aligning perfectly because some of that is cut off the front. Okay, hold on. So we just have to slide this back a little. There. Okay, okay. Don't panic. Do not panic, everybody. Okay, we're just going to cut a door like a... We're going to cut like a fatty opening here. Okay, how tall are our dice? We need to make sure the dice don't hit. Let me hit D to drop. So we are way golden. We could probably go down a little bit. Well, let's just leave that. No, I want it kind of big like that. Okay, I think we're good. Let's turn this back solid so we can get a normal look. So see, we're going to cut out a big old window like that. Wow, I don't think it would have to be... Oh, wow, we could push this thing forward for sure. There. Okay, you ready? Guys, we have the internal structure done. Group. Look at. See, that didn't take that long. We get a reward of coffee. Okay, so let's look in the top quick. See, now we can start decorating already. See, the dice will go plinkoing down through there. It'll be nice and loud and rattly. The rattle trap tower. That's what we'll call it. Yeah, it'll be nice and loud, especially if you're rolling like 4 or 5 dice in there. It'll be like, because, you know, hard plastic and 3D printed plastic is going to be like loud and rattly. And they're going to come shooting out on here. So we got to do some decorating. But this is where I screwed up last time, guys. I cut this intricate diamond pattern all the way through. So it was like, it made this whole cylinder into like a see-through diamond mesh. So you could see, you would be able to see the dice falling. But it was too unstable with these big plastic parts in here. It was weird. It's hard to explain, but it wasn't stable. So we have to do something completely different. I'm just trying to think of what we should do. Should we do like castle bricks? That'd be one thing that's pretty easy. I think we could do some castle bricks. We've done brick stuff before. So here, let's get out a brick. Do we want to make them rounded? Yeah, we probably should. So let's make kind of small like this. Here, let's move our deal. Please do what I want. Now it creates lots of polygons, but they look way better if you slide the radius bar up. Can we make them a little less? Oh, I see. Maybe we can kind of chill out on this, the steps bar. Because look, if you look really close, watch how many polygons it makes. Look at, there's thousands of polygons on this one brick. So if we make a couple hundred of these bricks, we're going to be like, you know, it won't even want to group. I'm going to make mine like this. I don't even care. They're going to be small. Okay, watch this. Like you're not watching. Okay, here we go. Let's slide this over. So I just duplicated it, of course. And let's see how good they fit. So I'm going to duplicate both of them. And I'm going to rotate them one click. See, they merge together too much. See, I want to stay in this blue circle. Because out here, you don't know if they're going to end up fitting together when they meet at the end. Over here. So if that makes any sense. Let me show you. So watch this. We can make these narrower like this. Now watch. When we duplicate them, let's rotate but stay in the blue circle. See, now they fit pretty good. I'd like a little bigger of a little more of a crack there between the bricks. So let's make them a little narrower. So watch this. There. Now when we duplicate them and spin them, we're going to stay in the blue circle. There. So see, they have a much better detailed crack there, you know? So now when we keep hitting duplicate, they're going to go all the way around and meet up perfectly. Because we stayed inside that snap grid like the blue circle. See? They're all perfect. Now we can just do the whole thing, duplicate it. We'll raise her up. Raise it up till we get a nice texture, you know what I'm saying? Like that. And then spin. Let's give it a little spinny spin. I'm going to give it a spin so it's kind of centered like this. There we go. Now we can keep hitting duplicate and it'll stack them right up. Ready? See, we're building a tower. We could just put this like a sheath over our tower, you know? Couple more? How tall are we? Okay. Let's bring our deal over here. Can we just group this? Probably. How tall is this whole dang thing? Okay, we're a little too tall, so here, let's do something real quick. Let's cut this point off. Okay, we're going to chop this top off. Let's just go one step at a time here. And then why don't we do... We should delete every other one of these to do like the little castle top. You know, they have the little... I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm saying? Castles have like little deals up there. We could probably even... Oh dear, there's a floating piece. Look. Ungroup, stretch up. Whoops. That's funny. There we go. We could probably make that a little better up there, but let's just... We'll fine-tune it toward the end here. We're going to have to do this quick, so watch this. We can do ungroup on the main tube. Yeah, let's hit ungroup on the main tube, because watch. We're going to get our cut back, see, for our deal. Oh, we might as well go up a little bit on it. There, that'll probably look cool. Maybe. Okay, can we group? What can we all group? I feel like we could group everything, but I feel like we might want to change this top. So let's group everything except these. Okay, this might take a while. Coffee break. Are we sure we want to do this? Yes. Okay, that... Oh, my God. Oh, whoops. Dang it, I cut into the ramp. No. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. I mean, obviously... Here, can we do it all gray? We're going to have to lay a few bricks in, but we got the basic... There we go. We got the basic shape going. Is everything okay here? Yeah, everything's good. We just need a few bricks laid because this is kind of weird at the edges here. Okay, that's fine. Guys, we're getting close. This is beefy. Jeez. Okay, let me look in here. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I like it. Okay, so let's just start doing a little detail work here. A lot of dice towers have like a little corral spot, if that makes any sense. Like near the bottom, there's a spot that kind of catches the dice from going and rolling across the table. So maybe we'll do something like that. Why don't we lay some... Should we lay some bricks in over here? That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna select them all and duplicate. Because we need to put one on the other side. Too far. Okay, what we can do actually to make sure they're the same on both sides, we'll select all of them and group them together. Okay, so we'll group them. And then we can center them with the main tube or the main model. Actually, we'll center them with... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we can align them then with this part. See, they were slightly off. Okay, yep, that looks good. Let's quick do something to the top. These are a little too bland. These are no longer... Okay, let's see. Okay, is that straight on? Okay, let me think. Let me build a little fancier little top thingy. If that makes any sense. Let me just try here. Okay, let's fit one of these on somewhere here and see if it's stupid. Ooh. Oops. Ooh, I think it might be good. Okay, let's just... I think it might be good. Yeah, let's just try it. I'm not a castle. I don't live in a castle. I live in a tree stump. Okay, we could just do something like this. Okay, select both. Duplicate. Dang it. Okay, select both. Duplicate. And we'll just spin 2 clicks here. Like that. Hit duplicate twice more. Hey. Hey. Yeah. See? Oh my gosh, that's way better. Are we over our height limit though? We could squish the whole thing down. Oh my gosh, we're still in the height limit, guys. Just barely. Wow, yeah, see, just by adding a little more detail to them bricks, that was well worth it. Okay, do we want a little bottom part? Like a little... I think we want some kind of bottom part. Yeah. Let's do it. So let's slide this back like it's on the back of the printer. I think we'll just use more bricks. Like, let's make like a fence. Oh! I already got an idea. Guys, we're almost done. Kinda. What am I doing? Let's actually grab one of these. Which one do we want? Let's grab this one. Duplicate it. We're going to slide her over and hit D to drop it. Okay. Let's see if we can use... Let's stretch one of these up for like a fence post. Or like a wall, like a... Oh, yeah, cool. This is going to be cool.
Day breaks and I'm burned by the morning light. I make the same mistake more than twice. Same song, but brand new dance. I wear out my 3rd chance. You take my breath and I can't get it back. Might be time for me to face the facts. The best me is with you, but I know I got a lot to prove.
Oh! This is not bad, guys. This is cool. We could add a window or something into the castle thing. Or should we just stop now? Channel members, you could always add to this probably if you wanted to. If you guys didn't know, if anybody wants to be a channel member, you get to download and print any of the models that you see here on this channel. And there is a lot of them. Okay, let's think if we want to add anything else. Otherwise, we're almost ready for a test. Obviously, there's one spot here. This spot's an overhang, so this will need supports right here. But the rest won't need any supports. And should print perfectly fine. I'm just trying to think if we want to add anything else to the front. I feel like there needs to be a little more detail on the front here. Something. So let's think here. Okay, you know what? Let's just do a little time lapse. I'm just going to make a little, I think I'm going to make like a shield as like a little symbol on the hanging on the castle deal tower. So just add a little detail because it's kind of blank looking, you know. The bottom's awesome, top's awesome. This middle part's just blank. So let's do it, guys. Let's do a little time lapse. Ooh, this is pretty cool. Here, let me group it. That was a little crazy. It's always weird making a curved shape to fit on to like a specific curve, you know? So you saw me do all that crazy sketch tool action. Here, we could put it back on multicolor for now. I like that. Ooh, okay, let's tip it up and slap it on there. I think we're done. Better fit. After all that, we got to decide how big to make it. What's cool is, yeah, I should save a blank one of these towers for the channel members that want to print one, or of course just make your own. But and you could add your own like themes to the tower depending like what games you're playing or whatnot, you know. Okay, let's see how this fits. Obviously, we can make it smaller. Maybe it looks good big though. Let's align it with something, the whole tower, I guess. We're going to have to get this one to the printer then. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, that is what I'm talking about. It's awesome. I could make it a little smaller, or I don't want to though. Then I'm not going to. Is it sticking through? No. See, we matched the curve perfectly. Beautiful. If I have it stick out any farther, it might cause issues. So we better just leave it at that. Here, let's put it back on the print bed. Boing. Hey, and now since this is more like castle action, I could just use my normal PLA gray that I kind of like so much, and it's so cheap. Oh, now I'm excited, guys. Do we see any issues? Hello? Nope. I think we got it. Let's send it to the printer.
Holy cow. Oh my gosh, guys. Can you see this? I made a slight boo-boo. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it still worked. Guys, I forgot to put supports here in my haste. Somehow, it still gapped this whole gap here with like minimal stringing. probably because I had it at 300 millimeters per second speed. Oh my gosh, it looks so good though. Just a slight boo-boo there. And I didn't have my camera plugged in, so the time-lapse shut off. So 2 boo-boos. Guys, let me, oh geez, this thing's big. Let me get this cleaned up a little bit and let's check it out. There we go. There we go. We're in the other room here, so I thought I'd give us more space so we could check this out. Dude, this actually looks just fine. Ooh, it's echoey in here, isn't it? So it's a little, you can see like the infill, but I might paint this eventually. So I would just use my filament pen and fill this in with gray and then paint it. But I like the little curved edge that resulted from it trying to do the overhang. I can't believe it did that. That's crazy. But yeah, this thing is amazing looking. And I wanted it to print in a reasonable amount of time. So this was actually 0.3 layer height, which is still perfect for something this big, you know? It's awesome. Okay, no more stalling. Guys, I'm nervous. I got 5 regular die. Should we just try? You know what? Let's just go for it. Are you ready? Yes! Success! Okay, how many times? Yeah, see, it is really rattly and awesome. That's what I wanted. Awesome. See, there's no way you could do any kind of fake roll on this. Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll speed this up. Let me do 30 rolls and see if any get stuck. Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy and relieved. This thing is awesome. Did you see, once in a while one will bounce out. Did you see that? Here, let me slide it back a little bit. Dude, this is so cool. They don't get stuck. I was trying to roll a Yahtzee. I got 4 2s. This is the best thing ever. Oh my gosh. I love this, guys. Oh my gosh. Here, let's see if I can get one to bounce out. They do not get stuck, so that's the main thing. Okay, it doesn't happen very often. I think it happened a few times when I was rolling the 30. The best part is they don't get stuck. Oh, it works so good. It's so nice and loud. I love it. Dude, this is great. I can't stop. I want one to bounce out. If I was making up my own game, I would have an extra feature. If one bounces out, whatever number that is, you get like certain something, you know? If I was making my own game. Wow. Okay, I can't stop, guys. Somebody tell me to stop. Oh, I love it. Okay, guys. Hey, one bounced out. See, I got a 4 that bounced out. That means I get to go 4 extra spaces on the Candyland board. Okay, guys, if any channel members want to print this out, I'll add it to the list. And I would welcome any new channel members. And you can print any of the models that you see on my channel. This is cool. Otherwise, just make your own one of these or something similar, because this was a very, very fun project. I'm glad it's over, though, because I struggled so much with the first model that I tried to print. Guys, this is just great. Look, I almost got a Yahtzee for the end. A boom. Here, one more roll to get the Yahtzee. Do you get 3 rolls to get a Yahtzee? Or are you supposed to do it in 1? I forgot how it works. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.